because some people might say, you know, if you may be 30 years old, 40 years old, whatever, and why are you doing jiu-jitsu or some class, and you don't really have to have a definitive answer. Like, you know, people like that, they don't have a, you know, there's no income for that. It's not about that. It's just about mixing things up and keeping things fresh and vibrant and alive through activities. Pretty peaceful, I must say, because we have the rosé going, and I got a little wine buzz.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Now you killed it in the gym today, man. I was super stoked to see, because no one has achieved that level of, for lack of a better word, Blake fit workouts. That, like, you know, just getting creative on it in the combo, and you like wrote a new sequence today that like I've never done before, and it was like just super cool to see like somebody just kind of like taking the reins, is like, all right, this has, like, no one in the group has done this. I'm gonna, you know, climb the rope, legs out, vertical, like a full on serratus rope climb, back down.
Serratus.
Yeah, because when your legs are out, your core is engaged, just pulls through serratus crazy.
Yeah.
Then you came down in the handstand, push yourself up, and you know.
Yeah, we know how. I would
Walking
like
to the wall, walking to the wall.
to the window. Yeah. No, it was cool to try something like, you know, you can do this and that. Let's combine it and for something challenging, but not only that, like a good, you know, workout. You do that a couple times, you're like, whoa. You know, you hit a lot of targets, but it's fun. You know, it's just something to keep you alive and.
But it's inspiring, man. Everyone in the gym, like, you were very focused and dialed in. When I was looking around, people were just like, what the fuck is this kid doing? You know, like, it was just cool, man. Like, everyone was...
do that for, like, anything that, you know, when you're using the bars especially, and being out there just, you know, doing anything, and you have people on the treadmills and looking in the opposite direction, you know, turn around the treadmills and watching. So I mean, we'll see a lot of that. But yeah, I think there's, I mean, not like it's some heavy thing, but there's some adversity and everything. Like, it's funny. We're in Central America, so it may be different, but a lot of people would talk shit. You know, like, oh, you're like, why? You know, why not? But there are a lot of awesome people as well. They're like, oh man, awesome, and want to know more and be a part of it. But yeah, there's always people, I guess, talking shit.
That's everywhere, though. That's everywhere. I mean, they're haters, and I invite you, and I say cheers. Thank you for, you know, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere without you. You haters, I need you as much in my life as any of my, you know, coaches or friends.
Oh, thank you so much.
Dude, you guys are the best. You're doing a great job.
If
you know?
If you can keep it up, like on even a medium frequency, I mean, even a low frequency, that would be great, because just having that reinforcement of haters is great. I mean, it's psychologically, we know what that's about. We can play the mind gymnastics and changing that, but we've already, you know, reverse engineered that, so please keep it coming.
It helps. It really does. It really does. I sincerely thank you. And Happy New Year. You know?
Yeah.
I'm wishing you much hateration in 2013.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's a whole new year.
Let's shift gears. Let's shift gears. I want to hit into supplements, because I was talking earlier about going to Virginia Tech and learning what I learned 2004 to 2008, and I was in a kind of weird mental state, you know, like I just, you know, was in a coma short term when I was a senior in high school, and so I wasn't supposed to go to college, and it kind of, was accepted with almost like an asterisk next to my degree, because for the first 2.5 years I was, you know, everything, like note takers and people walking me to classes and, you know, special tests and everything. They really, really were accommodating to try and make college a possibility. And then, my brain ended up healing. About 3 years into it. So, my passion was nutrition. I figure like all the doctors and experts said, you're not going to heal. You're going to live with your parents forever. You can never play contact sports again. You're probably not going to amount to anything. It was pretty abysmal. Like not to. It's just crazy, to hear that. I feel personally like that should be illegal. You should be able to tell me. But it was explained to me that they worded that way so they can avoid malpractice, so that when you don't heal, you can't come back and say, this person told me that I was going to heal this much chance and I didn't, so they did something wrong. So they have to cover their own ass. That's like protocol, which is just horrible, man. Someone's waking up and like, I don't know who I am. I don't know my mom. I don't know my dad.
I've never.
Well, guess what? Now I'm going to roll it out for you. You don't,
just the low
expectations. Oh, yeah, they have to. So,
I never thought of that.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was like, well, you're fired, and I just, wanted to surround myself with, loving and caring people that were super optimistic, and went to Virginia Tech, and I was like, well, if I'm going to make this miracle happen, I got to get dialed in on, everything that's going on with this mechanism, so mind, body, soul. For mind, I'm going to keep feeding myself knowledge. Even though I'm not absorbing, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to learn and train with these tutors and special people. Body, I'm going to get in the gym. I'm going to get dialed in. And soul really came a lot down to trying to get dialed in on nutrition. Your body is your body is a temple, and your food is the building blocks of your temple. So yes, your food definitely helps you physically. It definitely helps your mental game and clarity, and also your testosterone levels, your hormone levels, which really affects your mood. But it affects your spiritual so much, and I was just hungry to just grow all of them in balance, but really the spiritual. So I started getting into seeking out different herbs and vitamins and nutrients that I could put in my body. Never steroids, never any injections, never any oral steroids, never any testosterone boosters that were synthetic or anything like that. For me, it was always like amino acids. Like that was my rule. I'm gonna stick to amino acids. Caffeine from coffee and caffeine from maybe like pre-workout something or other. But like the basics were beta alanine, arginine, creatine, and glutamine are the amino acids that you can really find in like a pre-workout, whether it's Chuck Liddell's UFC pre-workout drink or whatever. I don't drink Red Bull, that crap. Like that just speeds up your heart. I like aminos, like protein building blocks that get your muscles ready to really exert themselves. And in my mind it was like, okay, I'm capable of this 100%, but I'm only going to reach 100% if I get all the nutrition that I need. Beyond 100% is artificial. It's going to be like HGH and stuff like that I don't want any part of. But I feel like I had no interest in training at 80% or 90%. I wanted to really make it my own, and to drive home the 100%. I had a lot of friends that they'd explode, and they'd start off 2 scoops, and then in 2 weeks they're 3 scoops, and in 1 month they're 4 scoops, and then it doesn't do anything for them, and they have to cycle off, and they lose all this weight, and they get depressed, and they quit the gym. And I watched that, I was like, well, that's not sustainable. And the way to progress in anything is sustainability. So I would start off quite the opposite, and if it said take 1 teaspoon, 2/3 teaspoon, and then 1/3 teaspoon, and then little baby amount, and then nothing, and then just keep that cycle going, like always less, and then weaning yourself off. Just something to, for me, I had a problem with I wasn't an alcoholic, but just as far as I was in college. Yeah. And, it's a lot of partying, and you're doing a lot of stuff that's not good for your body. And so for me, it helped me to get excited and to invest money in a GNC or something. And I was new to the gym, and the gym just kept me out of trouble. And I would love to sit here and tell you that there's just this angel of fitness and like never took a supplement. And I guess that would be like Antonio. That kid's an animal, and he just chicken, vegetables, fish, and fruit, and that's it. And that kid's a beast. But no, for me, like the little pre-workout shakes and the protein shakes, it made me really feel like I was maximizing my results. So like Friday night, I'd go to the gym, and even if we were gonna go out to a party, I'd just like bust my ass in the gym because I got the nutrition. I was like, well, I'm got a little bit of creatine in me. I might as well exhaust the muscles and really utilize it and really like, put my money where my mouth is and, bust my ass to earn this supplementation. And, by the time it was time to go out Friday night, like I didn't want a beer, I wanted a protein shake. Otherwise I felt like it was wasting my time in the gym because alcohol cuts down your protein synthesis by up to 20% and, cuts down your testosterone production and, promotes estrogen. So, it's not a whole lot of good coming from it. But,
yeah, as I drink it,
but how do you? What's your take on supplements, and when did you, I guess, get into the gym, and like, what was your supplementation? Take us through it.
I think like a lot of folks, whey protein. Well, actually, I was 21, and at the time I was planning on going to Hollywood. My friend was out there. I just lived a year in South Florida, just experiencing life, exploring myself, or learning myself more or less. But we went to I came back home to South Carolina with plans. Maybe 5 months later to go out to Hollywood, and started exercising. I didn't know much, just really thought low carb at the time, running 5 miles a day. I think I got super skinny. My father, though, he had whey protein and things around, but I just never thought to take it. I don't know why.
My dad's protein tasted like shit. He tried to give me this protein when I was in like 5th grade, 6th grade. Horrible, like Chuck. It was called Joe Weider. The guy in the front was like, the Weider.
Weider's the man.
Yeah, he was the original Chuck protein. I think most
Weider's
people,
the man.
that's why most people are like, ugh, these proteins are gross, but now you have like Syntha 6 and, muscle milk, just it's like super delicious. It's got a bunch of synthetic bullshit in it too, so that also is not sustainable. But, my justification for it, not for myself, I'm trying to really, for me personally, I'm trying to switch more to a Sun Warrior, which is a vegan protein. It's brown rice. It's more sustainable because this is my life now. I want to make a life in fitness. You got to take care of your whole body, not just your show muscle. That's your kidneys, it's your liver. They're detoxifying your blood. You want toxin-free blood. I promise. Like now, right now you're taking it for granted because you might not be able to feel the difference of toxic blood, but, take care of your body. When a client comes, obviously, in a perfect world, I'd want to say, here's a plant-based diet. This is the regimen. Let's, charge it. You're going to get great results. But the fact of the matter is the people that come to me and they say, Blake, in the next 90 days, I want to lose 65 pounds. That person did not gain 65 pounds overweight by having tremendous amounts of discipline, I assure you. So if I can take something like a muscle milk, which does contain a maltodextrin and a couple, like other artificial colors, artificial flavors, things that you're not supposed to put inside your body, beyond extreme moderation. It's so much healthier than the other crap that they were putting in before. So this excites them about their body, and they start to get results fast, which is what people want. Otherwise, you're going to quit. If you can get results fast and you get excited about your body, then you start making better decisions on a daily basis, and you will phase that stuff out because you are more excited about your body. You are making more correct decisions. So that's my argument for supplements. If it can be used as a tool responsibly to get you excited about ascending your body tempo to a higher level, then charge it. And be safe about it. Plenty of water, tons and tons and tons of water. But you know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. What I take personally is, to this day, I mean, I've tried a lot of things, but a pre-workout mix and a whey protein and shaker in hand for afterwards, right after the workout. What else? The glutamine, sometimes a creatine afterwards, like a teaspoon of pure creatine monohydrate. Yeah, I mean, of course, multivitamins right now.
That's that's number one. Multivitamin is the foundation.
Yeah, multivitamin. I guess something to mention and definitely research it, but it just made logical sense to me. That remember I told you end of the day multivitamin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just because it seems that I was always told, and maybe in the commercials or somewhere, I mean, to take the multivitamin at the beginning of the day, I mean, and it's convenient to do that, getting all your stuff done, take your multivitamin. But it's good to derive the nutrients that you need naturally, through what you eat already, and take the multivitamin at the end of the day. Makes sense in that you get everything you're gonna, need through your food, and then let the multivitamin fill in the gaps from what you don't get. And assuming a lot of things are water soluble, that more than you don't need, you're gonna pee out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of multivitamins is they say this like time release on it. And really, human beings, we have not evolved to absorb efficiently these rocks of multivitamin. They call them bowl ringers because you pass most of it, especially Central. Don't waste your money on that crap. If you're gonna go to GNC, get something like it's not gonna be the creme de la creme, but if you want to get something real, make it yourself. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, different things, but
yeah, I mean, if you want to get the real fountain of youth, it's smoothies with just all kinds of exotic fruits and always mixing it up, and playing with different kinds of mushrooms. Chaga mushrooms, unbelievable. In Siberia, it's regarded as the immortality gift of the gods, and I know, all the vast majority of the viewers is like, the what mushroom? It's chaga, Siberian chaga. It's ridiculous. It's delicious. You can melt it down into a vanilla tasting oil, and it's fantastic. Yeah, I think there's a poltergeist in the other room.
Computers
but
going on. Yeah, different things. Currently,
well, let's take it from the beginning. Like, what was the first supplement that you took?
Well, it was
not whey protein, just pre-workouts right now. We'll go back and forth.
No Explode, and it was 2006. A friend had told me about it.
For me, it was No Explode in 2008. I'd taken I learned about creatine content in fish, and it goes like fish has about 4.4 to 5 grams of creatine per pound. Red meat has about 3 grams of creatine per pound, and pork has 3.5 grams of creatine per pound. I was like, well, I'm not eating enough fish because I hate fish, and so I was just substituting just the same amount as if I was eating fish every day, so not the recommended amount, but just substituting and filling the gaps for my poor palate. And then No Explode was my next. And what did you think of No Explode?
I think there's been different generations of formulas, but I think I was on the first generation, and it was more potent. Yeah, I mean, it was like, whoa, I mean, you felt very energized and ready.